everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you, and it is called Easy Banana Pudding. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. I got this recipe years and years ago from a young girl named Brittany that used to go to church with us, and I believe she said this was her Nini's recipe, her grandmother's recipe that she gave to her, and I've been making this for years. Now I do the classic from scratch homemade banana pudding, but if I just want a banana pudding or I want an easy meal, or not meal, but a dessert to take, like to a potluck or a church function or a picnic, this is a go-to, guys. I mean, it is so delicious and it is super, super easy. I'm telling you, somebody in 3rd grade could do it. So let's get started. All right, the first thing you need some sweetened condensed milk. I've got that. You need a pack of instant vanilla Jello pudding, or I have the Jello brand. You can do any kind. You need 5 to 6 bananas. You need 8-ounce Cool Whip, and you need a box of Nilla wafers. Now, I buy store brand in a lot of stuff, but now these Nilla wafers, there's something different about the Nilla brand. So I always use them. So you can use whatever you like best, or you can use the store brand, whatever. I'm not promoting for them, but these are my favorite. So anyway, let's get started with this. So the first thing is we got to do the Eagle brand milk, sweetened condensed milk. I bought Eagle brand. I just call it Eagle brand. When I was growing up, my mama wore mascara all the time, and she bought the Maybelline brand. This is a true story. And when she would get ready in the mornings, I'd be like, Mom, we gotta go. We're gonna be late for school. She's like, you gotta wait, I gotta get my Maybelline on. Well, what that meant was she had to get her mascara on, because she always bought Maybelline brand, so she called it her Maybelline. So I'm calling this Eagle brand milk because I usually always buy the Eagle brand, but it is sweetened condensed milk. You can get it in several different brands, or you can get the store brand. And I'm using my little spatula today because I want to get every last bit of the goodness out of there, because I love me some sweetened condensed milk. It is delicious. All right, now we're going to do 1.5 cups of cold water. All right, now we're going to use our little hand mixer today, and we're just going to mix this up. It's going to be loud for a minute. It won't take long. I'm telling you, this is a super easy, and it splashes, so you kind of have to go slow with it. Sorry about that. I forget that it splashes so bad. You got to start out low and then go a little higher, but you can always wipe up and clean up. I'm a messy cook. Told y'all that 100 billion times, and it doesn't change. Still a messy cook. It don't take just a minute to mix that up. You just want that to get incorporated, so it just looks like regular milk basically in here. All right. Now we're going to add our vanilla pudding. Get that open. I should have probably already opened that and cut it to save time, but I didn't. Okay. Alright. Put that in. We'll mix it well. Make sure I got all of it. Yeah. And that's a 3.4-ounce bag. Got to start out low again. You're just going to mix this until it starts getting a little bit thick. You can probably use a whisk for all this. I just think it's easier to use a hand mixer. Let's see here. And like I said, it splashes everywhere. It gets messy. That's all right. We'll clean it up. Or I probably could got a taller bowl. Might have made it a little bit easier. Or you could use your hand mixer. I mean your stand mixer, not your hand mixer. I just didn't want to drag that out today. It's over there on my counter. But it's big, and I do use it a lot for a lot of recipes. A lot. Now this is slowly starting to thicken up a little bit. Just do it like a minute or so. And it'll thicken up the longer it sits. Just make sure it's well incorporated with each other. Okay. And then you're going to fold in the 8-ounce Cool Whip. Get that. I get that folded in. I think I'm going to use this big one for this. And it is thawed. You want to make sure that you thaw your Cool Whip out, because it does not spread well or mix well if it is solid, if it's frozen. Goodness gracious, I'm telling y'all, what a mess. I always make a mess with this. All right, try not to make such a mess like I do. But you're just going to slowly fold this in, stir this in. This to me is the longest and the hardest part is mixing this up, and it's not hard. Like I said earlier, someone in elementary school, third grader could probably make this. It'd be so easy to make. If I could get all that together. Takes just a minute. This will be a good Easter dish, which this will be posting after Easter. I did not get this. I'm telling you, I'm slinging this everywhere. I'm gonna have to mop the kitchen floor after all this. But you just gotta get all that folded in and get it smooth, okay? You want that to be smooth. You don't want lumps in it. You want to get all those lumps out. Just take your scraper there and just squeeze it all out, get it mixed up. And like I said, it's going to thicken up as it sits. That's what we want. This because we're layering it kind of in this trifle bowl, it makes me kind of think of the same method as dirt cake. Of course, dirt cake you use, you use powdered sugar, butter, and a block of cream cheese. Of course, this is pudding, milk, and water, sweetened condensed milk and water. But it makes a good dessert, guys. I'm telling y'all. So just be patient and get that stirred up. Like I said, get all the little lumps out of it. Make it smooth. You want it to be smooth and delicious. I have to go to work this afternoon. I think I'm going to take a little bowl of these to some of my co-workers to try for a little sweet. My son likes this a lot too. He loves this. Okay, that's pretty much. There's maybe a little bit, but anyway, for the most part, it's got up. Everything got up in there. All smooth, pretty much. All right, that's where we're at. And it's kind of jiggly, but it'll start thickening up in a little bit. Okay, let me get some of this mess out of here. And I've got 6 bananas. Now, I do not like real ripe bananas. I'm just going to tell y'all. Do not. I like them a little green. Or if you like them more ripe, buy them more ripe. You know, do them the way you like to do them. Let me get a bowl here so I can put these bananas up. While I'm waiting on that stuff to thicken. Alright. I just got a regular knife here. No, nothing special. No. Get my bananas out, them cut. All right. I'm just going to slice them just like this, just in coin shapes. You can do thin or thick, doesn't matter, however you like them. Remember, this will be your dish when you make it. You make it how you like it. We'll get this prepared. And you're going to be seeing this start to finish. There's no going off camera and doing anything, so you can see how quick and easy this is. And it's good to let it go, put it in the refrigerator and let it chill, but you could probably serve it right away if you wanted. But I think it's better if you let it chill a little bit in the refrigerator. Get my bananas. They're all green today, which, like I said, if you don't like them this green, you can always do a little riper. And they'll ripen as they sit in the refrigerator. They will ripen. So, and this is something that you can make the night before and take the next day somewhere, but it will not keep, guys, but maybe a couple of days, because bananas, you know, they will get brown and mushy and all that. So that any place I've ever took this dessert, anytime I've ever made it, it don't last very long because it's delicious. So let's just get the rest of these bananas done. I feel like I'm so much more laid back when I do canning videos and when I do desserts. I don't know if that's just my thing and what I love, but I do all kinds of cooking videos, and sometimes I find myself rushing and stressing when I do other videos, but something about doing a dessert and canning is just, and canning can be complicated. There's a million steps to it, but I love doing it, and I feel relaxed doing it. I love being in the kitchen. I love my kitchen. I love to cook for folks. I love to share my recipes. That's why I did the YouTube channel. and I love to feed people. All right, let me get these banana peelings over here out of the way for a moment. I'm just gonna set them on my sink. All right, now this is starting to thicken up a little bit. And like I said, it will thicken up even more as it sits. All right, so now we're gonna start layering our dish. Okay, this is my trifle bowl. Now, this thing is old. It used to have a stand on it, and it broke off. I cried and cried, but then I thought, well, it sits flat on the table. Why don't I just keep it and still use it? So that's what I do. I use this for my dirt cake. I use it for anything I'm gonna layer. Now I'm gonna take a layer of my Nilla wafers. Like I said, these are my favorites. Layer them in there really good. I guess I can pull them out of the box. I already opened it. Okay, I'm probably just gonna do 2 layers of each. So let's see. Let's do the half of the bag. Okay, then I'm gonna do half my bananas. These look delish. Love a banana pudding. And then I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to get a spoon so I can spoon it out a little bit better. Let me get me a big spoon here. Yeah, this will work. Got those bananas on my hands. Okay, and then we're going to spoon this over. Probably need to do this so I don't. Just pour it over there. Half the mixture. Okay. Woo, what a mess I'm making. Then we're going to put the rest of these. I'm going to save a few crumbs in the bottom because I want to garnish those on the top. I think it's pretty. You could probably do 2 boxes of Nilla wafers if you thought you needed them. If you like them more, you know, crunchy with the wafers, it's up to you. But I'm going to save those to garnish on top. I'm going to spread this out. All right, then I'm going to put my bananas in. I'm going to spread them out evenly. And then I'm going to put the rest of this on there. The rest of my pudding mixture, just pour. I'm telling you, it's so easy, guys. Such an easy dessert. Okay. Now, I'm getting it all over me. But that's okay. It'll be fine. It's going to work out just fine. Okay. Let me wash my hands a second because I'm a hot mess. All right. Let's see here. Got me a mess of something. All right, and that's it, guys. It looks pretty in that trifle bowl. You can see all the way down. You can see the bananas, you can see the wafers, and the pudding. Now I've got my crumbs here, and I'm just going to take them and I'm just going to sprinkle them on top. Just like this. Make it pretty. And there's always crumbs in the bottom of your bag. My son came in here the other night and I had made a banana pudding and I was saving the crumbs for the top, and he comes in here, I'm like, no, don't do that. He's like, what? And I'm like, I need the crumbs for the top. He's like, well, you didn't say anything. I said, well, you didn't ask. So I fussed at him for trying to steal my crumbs. But anyway, that's it, guys. Start to finish, easy banana pudding. Now I'm going to cover this with some of that, some cling wrap. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and I'm going to let it chill for about an hour or 2. And I'm telling y'all, right here, this will be divine and delicious. I'm going to scoop some out and take some to my coworkers today, I believe, and share with them. And then, like I said, when my son comes home tonight, he will tear this apart because he absolutely, positively loves it. So, guys, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia. And don't forget that everything you need and how to make this will be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.